Hey, I thought I'd do a quick video about this particular rock. It doesn't really look like much special. It's actually kind of pretty. It's kind of a quartz, but there is something very interesting about it. And the way you find rocks like this is probably not with a Geiger counter. As you can see, I have one here. It's generally not really picking anything up. Oops. Yeah. But I mean, you can pick it up, but it doesn't do a whole lot of ticking at this range. So if you're just sweeping in nature, it'd be hard to pick this up, especially when nature has a higher background radiation than my house does. But I mean, as you get really close, you can pick it up. But, from a distance, not so much. So you're probably not going to be sweeping and just find something like this in nature. But there's a better way, and that's with ultraviolet light. As you can see, there's a bunch of identifiers all over this thing, and it glows quite brightly, or fluoresces quite brightly when you shine a UV light on it. So this would be the preferred identification method for this particular type of mineral. And as we're, you might not pick this up with a Geiger counter, especially if all the rocks around you are screaming because they have little bits of uranium in them as well. This would be the ideal method of finding them, is actually with a UV light and not a Geiger counter. Use the Geiger counter to confirm that what you found is actually uranium fluorescing and not, some other fluorescent mineral. A book like this is also very useful. It shows you a bunch of different minerals. Sometimes minerals are mixed in together. Sometimes you get pure uranium minerals. But either way, you'd want to have some sort of mineral identification. You'd want to have a set of pliers with a little knife on them, just in case you have to pry a rock apart. And also probably a little geology hammer like this one, just something to tap out sample free. This came off a bigger piece of granite quartz, of course. But that's probably the easiest way to find uranium in nature, is just to kind of look around with a UV flashlight. You might be surprised at how often you find it.